What's up, guys? So it's a new day. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. It's like 70 degrees, slight breeze, partly cloudy. Perfect weather to just bang out a ton of stuff that I have left to do. So I tackled some more of the wiring for the switch panel that I started last night. And the big thing that I changed, I didn't film it unfortunately, but I'll just show you now. Basically, before the race pack came on with the key, which obviously it doesn't now. So what I did was I changed it to come on with the ignition with the ECU. The reason I did that was because if you turn the key on, after the boot up process of the race pack, it no longer accepts CAN input. So it like scans for inputs on its boot up. So if you turn the key and you don't turn the ignition on immediately, you get no sensor input. So now that completely gets rid of that issue, whereas now you just hit this, it turns on the ECU and the race pack at the same time, which makes a lot more sense. And now you get all the sensors, you know, and you actually have RPM and stuff working, which it wasn't a second ago. And there we go. So left for the switch panel is the window wiring, and I'll probably just do that now. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to make this panel today, or try to. I also want to try to tackle a solution for holding in the sunroof, even if it's just temporary, and maybe painting the sunroof and painting this panel. There's a lot of stuff I got to do, but I have, you know, I left work early today, so I have a very good amount of time to finish up the stuff. So let's get going. So I have all the wires cut for the power windows to go from the relay for each of them. I'm going to use green and red for the driver's side because that's like the actual colors, and then I'm going to use blue and yellow instead for the passenger side, just so they're different. I'm sure some of you have seen this trick before, but I still can't get over how much fun and satisfying it is to do. Basically what you do is you stick, I'm going to do it in twos and then together, but you take these two, you put them in the vise. You don't crank them on there, but just get them tight. And you take the other end, put it in the drill, do it nice and tight. Then you can go and strip it out, pull it kind of taut, and then you just twist it on there. And because the wire has a bit of rigidity to it, it'll stay together like this. So I always over twist it and then kind of back off of it, so it's not trying to fight me. And you see it's not tight enough that it's going to start wiggling on itself. But now, it almost acts like one wire. So that's the driver's side wire. Cleaned up a lot of this harness in the door, and I wired the driver's side wires, the red, black, green, black, to the passenger side wires going into the car, the red, white, green, white, here. So that way, I can cut the two wires, and then the two going to the door of the driver and the two going out of the passenger. So now I have 4 wires ready to go right here. All I have to do is take the black ones, which are the, well, not the black ones, but this harness has the black wires in it. This is the driver's side. So blue would go to red, green would go to green. So this one I'll put with this harness, blue to red, green to green. And then the other one, green, white, green, gray, blue, gray, will go to this guy. And then they'll plug into the back of that switch panel, and then the signal will go from the switch output to these. So I'll wire that up and then we'll test it. Sorry about the lawnmower, but just like that, the windows work. Hey. So now I just gotta clean that up a little bit. So I have this really nice bit of cardstock here, and I'm gonna try to make a template for this panel and see how, you know, nice I can make it wrap around here and stuff. I just kind of want to sit like just on this lip here, all the way around, basically. Maybe out a little farther actually. I can't decide if I want to go all the way to the edge. I think yeah, I'll go to the edge of this here basically. Cool. So now that I have a nice template, I'm going to trace this out on some metal. So I cut that out roughly. I gotta clean up all the edges obviously, but already that looks awesome. The line on top isn't perfect, so I'm basically gonna follow this, maybe shave it down a little bit. I'm gonna come in with a Sharpie and try to like kind of mark where I think it is. But as for the sides, I'm happy with. The switch panel looks like it's gonna be fine. Doesn't look crooked, which is the big thing. Looks like it's gonna be nice and straight. Obviously this hole isn't gonna stay here. That's just, I just put that hole there just so I could fit it around the shift knob. It's like the exact same size as the shift knob, unfortunately, but it's the only hole saw I had quick access to. So I'm probably gonna, I'm not actually sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna find a way to draw that out a lot bigger. And then I'm gonna cut along this lip and bend it back, or try to. That's my plan at least. Or what I might do too is I might just cut down these lines and then cut down the middle, fold them back, and then cut that slit. Basically that slit's there to grab the little clips here on the switch panel. If not, it's just gonna fall out. So I'm gonna clean this all up, clean up that edge, probably try to find a way to cut this bigger, and then I'm gonna find a way to mount it. But it really isn't gonna need much mounting. It's pretty solid, which I'm stoked about. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna mount it down here, probably with 2 bolts, and then maybe like here with 2 bolts, or up there. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna make a nice bracket or something. Maybe 2 there, maybe 4, maybe 2 here, 2 on the bottom, and like 2 here or something. Nice pretty bolts. But yeah, I'm gonna clean it up. And there we go. I'm gonna have to sand all this down with like a DA, because there's a lot of cut marks and stuff. Get it real clean, and then I can paint it. I also have to trim down those tabs in the back a little more because it's not perfectly in. I just barely went past the square there, but overall I'm happy with it. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna pick this up tomorrow. I got a full Saturday to tidy this up, so. It is another absolutely gorgeous day out. I'm just finishing up testing some things with the switch panel. I'm letting the car idle right now, and that automatic fan output in the race pack works perfectly. It came on right at 180, and you know, it's actually been a while since I've had automatic fans in a drift car. It's amazing. So I'm gonna tidy up some more stuff with that switch panel, and I'm probably gonna paint that fascia, and then I might actually get to fixing something with that sunroof, which I haven't done in a long time. So it's a long day. I have a lot of stuff planned, but it's gorgeous out. Josh might be joining us in a little bit to help out with some stuff. We're gonna start cleaning up the shop also. I got a bunch of bins, so it's a busy day. Sunroof, primed and painted it, and I also primed and painted the fascia panel thing. So this is the color that I'm gonna paint the car. It's a Mini Cooper Caribbean Aqua metallic.
Unfortunately, there's some like run lines in. I'm gonna try to hide those a little bit. Maybe turn the panel up so that's the flat and kind of get some clear, get some more paint on it to hide those little lines. But man, I love this color.
Over. He couldn't pass the opportunity to tear down a VQ for no reason. Yeah, so my goal with this is just to tear it down as much as possible and keep some extra parts, I guess, because no one wants the block, so I'll just scrap whatever I don't use. Maybe I can do something fun with the throttle bodies. The sunroof, and I painted this and started putting some clear coat on. I'm laying a crap ton of clear coat on there because it's really not coming out great, so I'm just gonna lay it on there so I can buff most of it off. But that color is just so nice. So when that's done, that'll go in. But now I'm gonna try to tear down another harness I have because I want to make the windshield wiper work. So I have the harness that goes from there to a bunch of other shit in the behind the dash. I'm gonna tear it apart just to use that one part. It's from an RX7 engine bay, and I'm just going to utilize it for this windshield wiper connector and then whatever it goes to the dash. So I'm gonna tear it apart just to use that a little bit. So this is like completely unrelated, but we were messing with the variable cam, like the VVEL thing on the 370 motor. And if you rotate this motor, you can see how it adjusts like the position of the rocker. So then as the cam will go around, it'll push the lifter farther down. So when it's like this, it pushes it all the way down. And when it's like this, it's all the way at its lowest position. So cool. Success. I don't think they're on right. So, unfortunately though, they only work on one. They don't work in intermittent or in mist. So maybe there's something wrong with my motor. I'm not sure. But at least I have some form of wipers. Super tight. You break the back over too. Come on, Ted. No. It's a good feeling. Hey, that motor's still for sale. Oh my gosh, so I haven't filmed anything in a long time. I've been cranking on this thing, but I made some nice brackets that attach the dash, and I got some little Allen heads with washers. So I have two here, two up here, and I'd rather them be up here, but this is like the only place I could put the bracket. And then I have two here that go down through where the old shift boot went, and that thing is like rigid as hell. So solid. Oh no. I'm just gonna find a couple bolts to hold the, actually I didn't need to do that. I got friggin' in there. It's basically this thing. Never mind.
Well, now that you have something rigid actually on it, I think it's fine. And that bolt at the bottom.
I think I'm gonna call it a night. I like how this looks. I know the paint didn't come out great. There's a lot of like blemishes and stuff, but I'm gonna give it a few days for this to really fully cure up, and then I might try wet sanding it a bit. Not really sure. We'll see. So at least it's not a super late night, but we took pretty much all of Saturday to take care of a bunch of stuff. What did I get done today? A lot, actually.
Some things.
I finished up this panel and painted it, mounted everything up with that. I painted the sunroof inside and out. That was a big deal.
Yep.
What else did I do? We tore down a lot of the old VQ.
Some interesting video from that.
Yeah. I made the harness for the windshield wiper, which doesn't work perfectly, but we're getting there. I actually also put in an air temp sensor. I haven't wired it in yet because I don't have my laptop, but I threaded in the new air temp sensor from Haltech into the pipe just before the throttle body. So I'll be wiring that up so I don't have to use the MAF anymore, which would be great. I'm not using the MAF, I'm just using the air temp sensor that's inside the MAF. So I still need to have the unit there, which I'd rather not do.
Yeah, it's inconvenient. Large.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how this panel came out, and like the switch panel. So tomorrow we're gonna probably tidy up a few more things. I'm gonna try to make a way to mount my sunroof, and we're gonna start packing up stuff because the day after tomorrow we're moving garages. We got the keys this morning, and we're all ready for that. It's huge. We're gonna have so much room. I can't wait to show you guys that, but that'll be probably in the next video. So until then, if you guys really like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to keep following along with my build, Ted's build, anything we do on this channel, please hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you get an email when I post. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.